So,
just relaxing, resting today?
resting today, relaxing, yeah.
You guys, did you do anything today, like video or anything like that?
Today we did nothing right now yet. They did a little stretch and roll, the players and stuff like that. So, no, just a relaxed day. And when you play as team 3 times in the playoffs, there's not a lot to show. We'll show video tomorrow morning and that like we usually do. So today's an off day.
Tomorrow will be a full skate in the morning.
Yep.
I know you said after the game yesterday that you pulled Igor, it was changed momentum, 2 of the goals were deflections, but what did you think about him? Did he look like Igor in the first period, or did you think he looked maybe a little shooty?
No, I think the first 2 goals were real lucky, and the crowd was going crazy and everything was going. It just went against us. I mean, there was some unlucky bounces and breaks, and I thought at 4-1, why not shake something up? So that's all it was.
I know you obviously have a season with him. You know how good his season was. This might seem obvious, but expectation for him on a bounce back after that. What do you know about him for what to expect from him?
No, I expect him to be outstanding. He's, it's a one-off for me. Like that stuff happens like that. And again, nobody's blaming him. You know what I mean? Our team was dominated the first period, like we said last night. So it's nothing on Igor. It was 2 lucky goals the first 2, and away we go.
How did you like how the team matched up against the Crosby line in Game 3?
Yeah, they did a good job last night. It was probably the best we played against them until the end when they got the empty netters, but overall it was pretty good.
What sort of adjustments did you see and how you guys were able to do that?
Well, again, I just thought, we played well against that line, but the other lines burned us a little bit, so it's just part of the game. I mean, obviously when they're on the ice, you got to be aware who's on the ice. And like we talked about, we got our matchups. We do a little bit. Our D match up more against them than our forwards. But again, they're a dangerous line. Crosby's one of the best players in the National Hockey League, if not the best. And you got to be aware of that line. They played really well, and I thought we did a pretty good job overall last night.
How do you calm the game down, or is that just?
I used to fight back in my day, but not anymore.
Or is that just something that just takes on the dynamics of the game? It's just been so wide open so much of the time. I'm sure you would like to get into more of a structured game. How do you do that?
Yeah, that first period, Larry, like I said, I loved the first 2 games in our building. Last night it was complete opposite. You hope it slows down. Well, they get the first goal. Shortly after that, they get a power play. They kept the momentum going. We just couldn't slow things down for them. And obviously you'd love to see our 4th line go out there and get some pucks in deep and get some body contact, but they took it to us in the first period. And, we tried to do that. We tried to slow it down a little bit and get some physical play. They took over the first period. And, I'd like to say something that there was a way to slow it down, but they came out of the play, and we'll be more ready tomorrow night.
You had your 3rd defense pair had a bit of a rough night. What are your options there?
Options?
Yeah, in terms of getting them to play better.
No, it's, you're pointing the finger at those guys, but it was the first period. I got no problem with those. They're going to play hard. They're going to do the best they can. We're all about our team. It's about 23 guys in our roster right now, and that's what it's about. So do the best you can. You try and put the best lineup out there to win hockey games, and last night we had a tough night, not just our 3rd D pair.
Silver lining, do you think sitting and watching 2 periods instead of playing them will help Igor in this series?
Sorry?
Silver lining of last night with Igor, do you think sitting and watching for 2 periods instead of playing?
Yeah, I think it was, like I said, there's no issues with Igor. He sat there. The game didn't happen for us really well, and we bounced back. We almost had a chance to win that hockey game. So I think it was good for him last night. We all know he's going to bounce back, and like I said, our team's going to bounce back first. That's the biggest thing.
I want to ask you quickly, too, about Jake Gensel for their team. He plays with Sidney Crosby, and for a long time, he's run with Sidney Crosby, and he's put up numbers.
Yeah.
What makes him dangerous on his own, though?
He knows he gets to the net. He's a skilled guy. He shoots the puck real well, but he drives the blue paint. We talk about Chris Kreider scoring goals on the blue paint. This guy, he's around the net all the time. He knows where Sidney's going to be. He knows how to get open, and that makes him a good hockey player. He works hard every shift too.
Well, can you tell us about Andrew Kopp? He had a goal for you in every game, and he's playing well, I think.
That's what we traded for him for. No, he's played great. Like I said, he's playing on the top 2 lines in the National Hockey League. A lot of time he's played in the 3rd line, so he's getting more opportunities, and he's taking advantage of it. That's what he's done for our team, and he's played great every night.
And he followed up on that shorthander too. He was trailing and ended up being in the right
No, he's good solid hockey player. We really like him, and he's played really good for us since the time he's been here.
What is the message to try to sustain a 60-minute effort? Because that just seems to be what
Yeah.
the common theme.
It's a common theme, but it's not just with us.
Right.
It's around the league. I mean, you watch games every night, and there's, it's not a lot of difference. If
Yeah.
Florida Panthers are a great team, you see the same thing from them. So momentum, sometimes it's hard to change momentum, but you do the best you can. And like I said, if it was just our team, I'd say, what's going on? But we watch every night, and I'm sure you guys too. It's momentum changes the spring of the game sometime, and we change it in the second period. So, you want to play 60 minutes, but there's another good team across from you wanting to do the same thing.
Seems like the second intermission kind of stopped your momentum a little bit there, right?
The
The
what?
second intermission after. at the
Yeah,
end of the
definitely,
second
yeah.
period,
We had a
that's
great second, and it slowed us down a little bit, but again, to me, the third was pretty even.
The part of this playoffs too, on a big picture level, is the offense is still coming the way it was in the regular season. Does that surprise you at all? Like the number of goals being scored league-wide, I mean, this series?
No, I think the deeper you get in the playoffs, the more defensive it's gonna be. Honestly, the first round is pretty wide open. You see some penalties, you see a lot of aggressive forechecks, and some teams get caught doing that, but I think the one team you watch is Dallas, the way they play. They're pretty conservative, and they don't give up a lot of chances, and they don't create a lot of chances, but that's the way they play, and that's the way they win hockey games. And so I think that's one of the teams in the playoffs that play a different style than most of them.
Do you see that your younger guys, the third line, Andre, Schneider to an extent, they're playing without fear at all?
Yeah.
I mean, do you see that growth from?
Larry, I'm real happy with those young guys. Like I said, we talk about experience, I'm not a big, the way they're playing, hasn't affected them one bit in these first three games. I'm happy with them all, the growth they had in the season. They're all getting better. They're all confident, and like I said, the longer we go, the better it's going to be for them and our team, obviously. But the growth in those players is really satisfying for me.
The power plays you had in the game yesterday, did you notice anything on that when you guys were out there for a while?
Great looks, and Louis Domingue made some great saves,
Yeah.
especially when it was 4-4. So, I don't know, did we get a power play goal? No, but we had some great looks, and I thought it was real good. So, if we had 2 goals, we win the game probably, and we're real happy today. But I still think the power play was good and looked real dangerous.
Just real quick, you're not skating today, so it's probably hard to say, but anything with progress with Lindgren that gives you more encouragement?
Nothing
for
different.
tomorrow?
Hopefully he skates tomorrow morning and feels good. That's all I can give you, but
Yeah.
day to day,
And Mott didn't come on the trip, right?
No, but he skated.
Yeah.